Welcome back to, well, the channel. I was about to say Monster Jam Carnage, as that's normally what I say when I start one of these videos. We are going to be going over my newest pickups here. These all happened within, I would say, yeah, it's been the last week, other than the first two things that you're going to see. Well, really, it's been the last 2 days, everything but the first two things, which were actually the, not last Monday, but the Monday before that, like last week's Monday. So let's go ahead and talk about those. First, I went to Charleston with my mama and papa, and they got me this tractor at a hobby shop down there. It's a 187 scale John Deere. I'm not sure what model it is. It just the numbers are too small to actually tell. Now, I do not have the car I got at Dollar Tree, which was the Porsche 911 Carrera Clip car. It's the red and black one. It's downstairs on my keychain, so I don't have it up here with me, but here's the tractor. It's a pretty nice one. And then at Target, I bought this one, which my mama and papa, well, my papa bought me that one, but this is the Ford F550 Super Duty mini pumper here in the INC livery. So this is going to go into the fire department. Not sure where exactly. It's either going to go as a brush truck, a mini pumper, or a squad truck, one of the three. You know, I'm constantly trying to buy these because, well, they do all three jobs, and I need them for those jobs. So, they are nice trucks. Glad to get another one. Moving along, let's get into the the next day, which was last night. So, at the beginning of last night, yet again, going back to my mama and papa, they give me monster trucks. A lot of the time, it's monster. Oh, crap. Hang on. Okay, so, I believe something that I was saying was like, what I was saying was somewhere along the lines of whenever I help my mama on them out, I get monster trucks for free. So I got two today. These two here from Hot Wheel Monster Trucks. So let's go ahead and talk about. I'll pull that one in front. So let's go ahead and talk about it. This is the Sharks 5-alarm from the Sharks vs. Dinos series. So it has the blue ladder, these watery tires with the blue rims, the dark blue chassis, and a really dark blue roll cage. And so all these little accents, you know, you can see a bunch of them that are blue now. That chrome is really reflecting off my, light, so sorry about that. But the ladder, it goes up like that, and that's about it. So pretty cool truck though. I love 5-alarm, so good to have another one. And go with it, we also got the Dark Knight Trilogy Batmobile Bat Tumbler. So this is the actual one that showed up in the movie, you know, the tan camo one. I don't remember if the black one was in the movie or if that was just like a Toy Line exclusive thing, but here's the original color of it at least. Fully blacked out chassis, and then you got this beautiful body here. So really cool. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the crush cars. So I have 3 crush cars here because my baby brother also got a truck. So I just ended up with his crush car. So we got 2 of these same yellow ones like this, and then 1 of the green ones. So there they are. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at, hang on. Sorry, taking a drink. Got a couple more monster trucks here. So these were given to me in donations. Starting off, we have Team Scream's Wrecking Crew from Hot Wheels Monster Jam. So I don't know when this truck came out. I don't have any of this paint job, let alone this exact one. I have a different one with the Chevy S10, different paint job, and it's also got mud tires. And then I got one on the Universal. That's a different paint job from this one, but I think it's actually the same as the S10. I'm not sure. But still, this one looks really good. It's on that S10 body. It's beautiful. And I like this paint job a lot. And go with it, we also got one which I just don't own this team at all. This is Little Miss Dangerous High Maintenance. So, let's see, what's it say up here? 2R Graphics, and then the Screen Print Department, Weller Auto Truck. You know, it's an interesting, very loud collared truck. Very fun truck. It's on the Willys body, which is always a good body to have. And I think it's a pretty cool truck. So I did forget to go over the chassis. Chrome chassis, chrome rims with black roll cage and black tires. This one's got the same tire setup, but with purple chassis and roll cage. So, cool truck. Like it. Glad to have one in the collection finally. I also don't know when that one came out. And then we got two, I think these are Burger King toys. So we got Bulldozer here with gray rims and black everything else. Just some stickers for detail, you know. It's a Happy Meal toy. But there's that one. And we also have the Blue Thunder with white rims. Everything else is black and more stickers. This is actually officially licensed by Ford, though. Fun fact. And I do not actually have this paint job of Blue Thunder. At least, well, I don't have this one because I don't have the extension piece yet. I don't have that one from like 2010 when I had it. I wish I did. That's like the best Blue Thunder ever. But I already have 2 red El Toro Locos like this and a Team Mints. So it's kind of cool to get a couple more of them. Same thing, like same place. I also got, well, donation still, I mean. I also got this 136th Dodge Viper GTS R 2005 model. This is a beauty of a car. I don't actually buy these larger models, but whenever I get them for free, you know, I might as well take them because they're pretty cool. I do have quite a few in my collection as it is, and this one's just an addition to them. And this is one of my favorites I've got. I'm going to be honest, this is a beauty car. And we got some junior stuff from NASCAR, Dale Earnhardt Jr. So let me go ahead and move this stuff off off this part of the desk onto the other part of the desk. Get it out of the way. Let's talk about these. Does anybody have any information on what this series is called or what it is or anything? Because I'd love to know some stuff about it. I already have a, I believe it's Jeff Gordon car for it, but this is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Mountain Dew and National Guard car in gray with the number 88, obviously. And check this out. When you press right there, the car literally explodes. So, here's the back half. Destroyed. And then you've got the front half, which is somehow even more destroyed. Now, the Jeff Gordon one's a little less severe on how much it explodes. I mean, it doesn't split in half or anything. But still, like, these things are so cool, and I want more, honestly. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this one back together. And if you can't tell already, the hauler also does a similar thing. I mean, there's tons of panel lines going all through it, so it kind of looks like something happens to it. But yeah, it's like right here, remember, push that in. But here's the hauler, so it's only National Guard. Something doesn't make sense to me. This is primarily a Mountain Dew vehicle, but yet the hauler is primarily National Guard. Now, all these graphics are actually stickers. There's Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s name up there. So it does not turn, which would be cool, and you might be wondering, why is it shaking here? We'll get around to that. Hendrick Motorsports, and then you press these. It launches the cab, and then the trailer explodes. So the cab is literally just completely fine. Except this piece dangles down. That's what goes into here. But here's the trailer. So it's destroyed after this. I don't know why they even made the trailers. I kind of get why they'd make the cars, but the trailers make no sense. Because, like, when is a trailer getting into that bad of a wreck? Because, I mean, it's not even like the cab gets destroyed or anything. It's just the trailer, not the semi. But yeah, it is kind of cool, though. I do like them. Glad I have them. So there they are. It is a larger scale than 1/64 scale, if I didn't already mention that. I'll actually bring a car into frame. Here we go. That's a Hot Wheel. And then we take this one. Now, this actually might be more in scale with a Hot Wheel, to be honest. Like, more in scale than an actual Hot Wheel semi is. Because, like, that is... It's not quite perfect or anything. Let's actually get a different car, something that's not that low to the ground. Let's get like this one. I mean, it's still bigger, but it's not that much bigger. And then, like, let's pull this one out. See, you load it up in the back. Alright, anyway. I'm giving too much away for the next stuff. Yeah, it is kind of cool, though. I'm glad to have it. Moving on, let's get into what I got today. So, my mom actually bought me a bunch more NASCAR Authentics, 8 more of them to be exact, for my birthday. So, I will get those in about a little less than a month. But let's first talk about what I got at the Family Dollar today while I was out. So, first, let's see. I think this is my least favorite. So, I got a Hot Wheels King Cuda, which is actually I believe like a 1970 or so Plymouth Barracuda. I already have one of these, but here's the green one. It's not this deco. I have a different deco on it. But yeah, this one is pretty sweet. I do like it and glad to have it in the collection. It's just not as exciting as some of the other ones. So let's set it off up there. Next, let's talk about the Tesla Cyber Quad. Why not? So this is the tan repaint. I do have the silver repaint, or well, paint, I guess you could say, because it was the first one. Now, I shout out to these guys if they ever see it. I met a husband, I'm assuming husband and wife, because they had a kid and looked like they were a couple, but that's besides the point. I met them there at Family Dollar, and they were really nice. They helped me out. They actually gave me this car, and they showed me this one and the next one you're going to see here in a second. They were there before me, so, well, actually, it's going to be, I'll tell you when it is, actually, just say that. But, yeah, they had this one in their buggy and gave it to me because apparently they already had it. So, shout out to them. You know who you are. Sweet Tesla Cyber Quad, though. I'm not the biggest fan of Tesla or the Cyber Quads really in general, just because they're electric, honestly. But they do look cool. Next up, we have the Bugatti EB110 SS. This is not the car they gave me. I actually decided to do this one before because I like the car they gave me more than this one. But this is the dud Super Treasure Hunt for that case. I do wish I would have been able to get the Super, but it's whatever. This car is still sweet. I already have this in blue, silver, and yellow, and then I have a different casting. I guess it's from a different year in silver also, but this is a sweet one in purple. I like it, and good to have it in the collection. Next, this is the one they gave me, this being the 1966 Buick Rivera, this time in black. I do have the blue one already in the collection. I love the blue one, but the black one is honestly better. Like, just look at that car. It belongs in black. That's just the perfect color for it. So, I'm so glad I picked this car up. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have if I hadn't just took the chance on the blue one. Excuse me. About 4 or 5 months ago here, I picked the blue one up and was like, fine, I'm finally going to pull the trigger and get this car. Because I'd been debating on maybe getting it for a while. And I was like, holy crap, this car looks amazing out of package. So, now I have both of them, and I'm glad to say I do. And now for the best car, obviously, it's the 2025 or 2024 Ford Mustang Dark Horse. This is the then and now for the, I believe it's the 67 Mustang or something like that. Maybe it's the 68, I'm not sure, 69, something like that. But it is a then and now car, and this is just a beautiful car. I have the then and now, like the other one for it, so... But, man, I just love this. This is one of my favorite Mustangs of all time, the Dark Horse. This is a red stripe, not an orange one. It's just showing up on camera that way. But, man, look at that car. And our final vehicle, so there's this, like, little secondary, well, consignment shop, that's the word, down in Chapmanville, well, Madison, West Virginia. And I don't live that far away from it, but we are about a 30-minute drive. So, I don't really get to go there that often, but today I'm so glad I did. Because they had two things in particular. They had a crap ton of the last wave of 2023 and the first wave of 2024 NASCAR Authentics. So here we have Alex Bowman's 48 Ally for $4. $3.99 a piece. That was it. That's a crazy deal for these cars. Because, you know, they're about $6 in Walmart right now. And plus, these are the older ones where you actually got stickers with them. So, this is the only one I got today. This is the only one I bought. The other ones my mom bought and put them up for my birthday. So, I'll have them in about a month. But yeah, just look at that beauty of a car right there. I'm so glad to have this one. I have wanted a 48 Ally from Alex for a while here. So, I'm glad to get it. Now, I did get another junior car. I got the Bass Pro Shops one. So, you will see that in about a month. And the only other thing I got there, this was $7 instead of $10. And is also about 3 years old. This is the greatest Transformers Core Class figure of all time. the Kingdom / Legacy Soundwave, which this is the Legacy version. They also had the Shockwave from Legacy, the Optimus, and the Bombburst. I really wanted that Shockwave, but I just couldn't bring myself to spend that much money, as I was already spending, what, $13 plus taxes. That would have been $20 plus taxes. And I really don't use my Transformer figures as much as I probably should to be spending that much money on them, at least, and really in general. But yeah, this figure has already been a joy, just having him for the little bit I have. And I love it. I already love it. And I've heard from everybody, you should go get one of these things because they're great. And I agree. This is something I definitely recommend if you can find one, especially for under $20 or so. Because honestly, I could see myself paying $20 for this figure, just because of how good it is. So let's go ahead and get into the accessories first. That's what we'll start off. So first, he has his little drill gun thingy here. And he's also got the minigun thing on his shoulder, which I'm just going to leave on there. But you can take it off and put it in his hand. And the best accessory, obviously. So he does have the button, but you can't... I haven't really been able to find a way to get his arm up there to press it. And his arm likes to pop off whenever you pull it like that. So be careful. It is just ball joints, so it's fine. It'll snap right back in. But still, his chest does open. And yes, Laserbeak is inside. This is the coolest thing ever in a core class figure, I think. Would have been awesome if he came with a transformed version of Laserbeak, but still, this is sick. So that just slides right back into his chest, and you flip it back up. Now, it is not painted on the other side. It's just black. So, that's fine, though. They got to keep the cost down somewhere, I guess. Now, let's get into this little guy's articulation. So, starting with the head, he has a full 360 swivel, though it's pretty tight on there. It's on a ball joint, so you do got pretty good side to side. And then, the up and stuff, you got full up and then slight, well, no down, really, just blocks him, but he does go all the way up. Now, I don't do that because, you got to spin him around for transformation. It's a little harder to get him out when he's looking up like that. Now, anyway, his shoulders are on ball joints. I'm just going to sit him down so I can show it better. They are on ball joints here, so full 360 around. Now, all these joints are kind of tight, except for the elbows here. The elbows, and then everything in the leg. Those aren't bad. But you do have full, well, not full, it's slightly hindered here, but near full out. And then you have a backwards butterfly for transformation. It does have just the elbows are ball jointed yet again. So you got a little below average on the shoulder, on the elbow, and then it goes slightly back. And that's it, which also, you can kind of get it to go in a little bit, but why would you? And then he has sword wielding wrists where they flip down, so that's kind of cool. And then moving to the legs, he does not have a waist swivel, I don't believe. No, he does not. But this skirt piece does flip up so you can get more range out of the legs. Let's just move the arms out of the way. So first, the legs go up but are hindered quite a bit. They go back but are hindered even more by the back plate. Now going out, that is perfectly fine, and they go all the way. Next, there is a swivel there, and then you do have pretty average knees. And they also do even more going forward, which is kind of funny, but it's for transformation. And then for the feet, they are on a ball joint, so you do have some slight wiggle, but it's not really enough to where it's actually noticeable. And then a good bit of toe back and slight toe up because of that ball joint. But yeah, that's the articulation on him. He's not built for articulation. He's built to be a cheap version of the figure that's also fun. So let's get to that fun part, which is the transformation. So first, flip the head, start by twisting it. It's a little harder with that gun in the way, but then flip it down into the cavity. Next, you're going to want to close his fist up, both of them. And then you take the figure's arms, pull them back there, tab in the forearms to the back of, to that back plate. Boom, boom. And you're going to want to straighten those shoulders out because sometimes they don't. Then twist these like that. And you're going to want to bend them. just like so, until they tab in on that side. You also want to have these feet facing up, like, well, they go back like that, and then they'll end up facing up. And then just repeat it on the other side. And then boom, there's your little mini cassette player. I put the weapon on the back on this leg specifically, because as you can see here, the hole is here on this leg, so the gun wouldn't fit as well in there. The hole is here on the second leg, on the it's on the second hole up, like indent up, so it fits a little better there. I think it's meant to where you could do this and they just fit better. Yeah. Clearly that's what it's meant for, because this one has more mass behind the actual handles, so you got to have it pointing up there a little more. But yeah, there's the back view, and here's the front view. He kind of looks like he's got little cat ears going on, but that's fine. Obviously, that still works while he's in the cassette player mode. I'd want it to work more than he does in robot mode, but good looking figure. I love it. So this is definitely one of my favorites that I've got in the entire collection of Transformers, and probably my favorite thing I got today, other than the Mustang. And everything in this video, still my favorite other than the Mustang. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.